Bro, you look like you're not gonna be all right, son.
Nah, I'm gonna be fine, bro. We live, son, because it's Solid Still Wrestling presents Kliqbait Wrestling. What's going on, people? This be your semi-sober host Smith, alongside my North American Thick Boy tag team partner,
Number one show. Number one show.
With 8 bullets.
I just want it to be stated beyond a shadow of a doubt. Number one show on Tuesdays.
Better act right. By the way, Happy New Year. If we didn't, because I don't think we weren't around here for that. What's going on? Yeah, Alex. Excuse me. It is insane, but we're gonna get on all of that. Okay. I know you saw the thumbnail. You know me. I like to go straight for the neck. So
I got a pretty good chuckle at the thumbnail.
Listen, I had the thumbnail went through several revisions before we got to that, because I was like, at first I was going to I had Okada and Togo on there and shit, and McMahon was just in the corner, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, nah, man. I had fucking Death Triangle and the Elite. I was like, nah, man. I was like, y'all want something else, son. And I was just thinking about McMahon. And I'm like, all the other McMahon thumbnails I've done, I think I've been pretty classy. Yeah. I try to touch to the base nature of McMahon.
Give me my chair back.
Who could remember him looking through VR of buff, sweaty men? Come on. Who can remember my man McMahon standing next to the dumpster fire? Come on. Just recently, he was paying off mysterious women. Come on. So, I try to keep with that same brand. And yeah, Daddy's home. Now get out of my chair. Get out of my chair. But since we're on that topic, let's just jump right into it, because it's the hottest thing going right now in 2023, and it just got even hotter, because just literally today, about a few hours ago, Stephanie McMahon announced that she will be stepping away as a co-CEO of the company, going back into hiatus, which she was originally intended on doing before the situation popped off. So yeah, she's taking her leave. So now Nick Khan is sole CEO. Triple H is still head of creative, and Vince he's the chairman. Listen, this whole time people was talking, Vince gone. Like I said before, he was gone in the sense of, excuse me, you weren't going to see him on TV, and he wasn't sitting in Gorilla. But as far as sitting at the head of the table, no pun intended, yeah, he was always there. They didn't fire him. He didn't step away. He just stepped away from one position he had. But the main position was always still there. He was always sole shareholder. And now he decided to invoke that, that status.
Gojira, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah. Big ups, man. Thanks for joining us.
I feel like remember when we were...
what is this kabuki shit?
Yeah, big schmazzola.
You called it, though.
Yeah. Remember when we were talking, and I was kind of saying that, WWE still kind of has, Vince McMahon stink all over it, and people were kind of being like, no, he's gone, he's out of the company, he's retired now, and look where we are.
He never left.
I'm starting to wonder, did he actually ever leave? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder.
It was a situation where it got found out that he was out here paying women hush money, and it looked bad on the company, and he basically needed to just walk away for a few minutes. Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, as like I said, we live in a society where anything being talked about of an adult nature, somehow people try to make it seem like all adult acts are criminal acts. And like I said, the only thing McMahon is actually guilty of is infidelity. And there's no law against infidelity. Now, granted, did he use company money maybe to pay some of these women? That's possible. That's under investigation. But as far as the crime of just being a bad husband and unfaithful, that's still not out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, public opinion, you could dislike him, whatever. But at the end of the day, him stepping out on his wife and having side pieces is not a crime. It's not. And clearly, all this was consensual because all these women, they took their money. They took this money. They could have denied it and said, "Nah, I'll go public." Nah, they took the money.
Yeah, like I feel like that can't be stressed enough.
Like there's no crime. So
You could,
where I'm going
like
with this though is in WWE as a company, they looked at it like, okay, Vince, this is not a good look. So walk away for a little bit. Walk away and then kind of come back in when we need you to come back in, because now there's the talk of he's sliding in because we now talking about WWE might be for sale.
Could you make the argument that the crime here is prostitution?
Mm-mm.
Technically, you can't pay someone for sex, right?
No, but he didn't pay him for sex. He paid them to be quiet.
Okay.
It was hush money, not hoe money. There's a difference.
Is there a difference?
Hoe money is I'm giving you the money in the hopes that you give me sex. Hush money is you gave me sex, but now I need you not to talk about it. I need you not to talk about it because I'm married. I got kids. I got a business. No one needs to know I'm fucking this hoe.
All these years, I've been doing it wrong, son. Like all these years, I just been having sex for free. I should have been having sex for hush money.
I mean, you say, hey, listen, you want people to know I banged you? You gotta pay me. I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, like that's what I said. There's no crime against that. The only real crime that could be made is if he took company money to give out hush money. Now, if he came out of his own pocket and paid hoes not to say nothing, again, no crime outside of infidelity, and that's not a legal crime. That's just you being an asshole and a bad husband.
Alex, yeah, Ricochet and Catanzaro, they kind of been broken up for a minute.
Yeah, they've been done for a couple years.
Yeah. Like I think they broke up shortly after his I don't know what you want to call it, but like his private tape leaked. Like I think they've been broken up since around then. I think they split shortly after that.
Exactly,
Gojira says
all money equals sex, hush money equals go away.
Okay.
Yeah. You see it all the time in movies and TV. How much you want me to go away? That's hush money. That's go away money. That's that don't like I should never see you again because I gave you so much money that you shouldn't have to want to fuck with me. And from what we heard, them ladies got broke off. So that's that kind of money where no matter what I do after the fact, I gave you enough money to forget about me. I gave you enough money that your life is set. That you shouldn't have to come at me and like, oh, I did you dirty. Yo, bitch, I didn't do you dirty. I gave you $7 million. I changed your fucking life just now. And all I had to do was put the pipe in you. I put the pipe in you. You got 7 mil. Yeah, you need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. And that's it. So, like I said, the company probably said, listen, it's bad PR right now because we still hot in that Me Too, speak out era. And we don't need this kind of on the shoulders right now. So, old man, step away. And then, like I said, come back in a few months. But you'll just be as a chairman, like whatever, stay out of creative, whatever. But I doubt that'll last. But like I said, I guess it's here it's one of those things I feel like because people like, if WWE's trying to sell, why do they need Vince? It's one of those things that you would have to be a business owner to understand. Certain other companies or other people won't do business without like the founder of that company being there. Because then it's like I'm not just buying it from some third party motherfucker. I'm buying it from the dude. I'm buying it from the guy. Like I'm shaking his hand when we signed this deal, so you know it's legit. Like that's like Disney. Disney didn't buy Lucas from some other motherfucker. They bought it from George Lucas. And when the deal was done, they shake George Lucas's hand, so you know it's real. So you know, like, there's no they snatched this from under George's feet. Nah, George gave it up willingly. And like I said, Seth McMahon has been literally the figurehead of what WWE is today, even though, yes, he got it from his dad. His dad didn't make what it is today. His dad was running territory carny shit. Vince made this motherfucker global. He made it a brand. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure most people who, if they want to buy something from this company, they want to talk to Vince. They want to talk to the old man. Because that's when you know it's legit. Because like I said, say they buy it from fucking Stephanie or like Nick Khan, and then Vince come back talking that I didn't want to sell it. Now there's always going to be that shit lingering. Like, y'all waiting for the old man to leave to sell his shit. Like, nah. If anyone's giving it away, it has to be Vince. Unless he's dead. And since he ain't dead, yeah. And I think Vince sees this as an opportunity. Like, hey, man, it's time to get out because so much shit's being brought out to light. Motherfuckers out here snitching in these streets. It's time to get the money and run now.
Yeah, it's dang, it just feels like there's been so much that I kind of don't even. Yeah, like he basically held the company hostage to get his spot back. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like here's my thing. And I say this. I say this all the time. You say this all the time. Backtrack this shit. Backtrack it. It was not that long ago that we were sitting here talking. Well, I was sitting in my living room and you were sitting in your room. Like we weren't sitting together. But we were just like we're doing now. And I was saying I'm seeing the signs that the stuff they're doing is what you do when you're thinking about selling your company. Like remember when they were laying off masses of employees? Like they were firing like they fired like 120 employees in a month.
Yeah, that was
and I said
that was to clean out that portfolio.
And I said, I'm like, this is what you do when you're getting ready to sell. You're offsetting your assets.
But
so I think hindsight maybe the signs were coming, but I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Like Alex is saying after WrestleMania, WWE will be sold to either UFC, Disney, Amazon, or Comcast. Again, I don't know. I don't want to say for certain. Like maybe the wholesale thing. Like maybe we're getting okey doked. Like maybe he's gonna officially sell to Triple H. You know, maybe he's just gonna sell it to Triple H instead of being like, hey, I'm giving it to you. Like this is a deal. Like this is a transaction. I don't know. So I don't want to sit here and speculate. I do agree, Alex, that theoretically WWE as we know it could be forever changed. But that's the thing, right? It's like right now there's too many things up in the air.
Yeah, right now, like we can sit here and like we always do, kind of speculate, pull shit out of the air.
Yeah.
But it's like we got to kind of wait and see. This is just what's going on right now, as far as what the wheel is turning, and what the wheel is turning is, hey, there's talks, there's a plan, there's something. Like I said, Stephanie just stepped down as her position went back to the sabbatical. Yeah, there's been talks of the Saudis wanting WWE. So
yeah,
Gojira,
Gojira, I think the Saudi government can absolutely buy it.
They got the money.
They got the money. So again, for all intents and purposes, they could buy WWE and just move operations down there.
Yeah.
We don't know right now there's still too many intangibles. We don't know. The only thing we know is that seemingly Vince is back in his old spot.
Well, he's back in the spot of just being chairman.
Well, yeah,
At
he's
least
back to being the
that's what they're
chairman.
saying. Like I said, he Triple H, Papa Paul still head of as of now.
As of now,
Is head of creative.
like you could kind of
Like that could change in like
I'm,
5 hours. You know what
listen,
I'm
listen,
saying?
listen. I'm gonna just be blunt. I'm gonna just be blunt, and I'm just gonna say it like this: if it makes you feel better to tell yourself that Vince does not want anything to do with creative, you can tell yourself whatever you want. But the fact is that he's back as chairman. He could absolutely do whatever he wants. He could absolutely be like, yeah, you know what? I'm coming back. I'm gonna be head of creative because I I think I know what's best. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying that he could. Like people. You have to kind of be weary of it. Not I wouldn't say be like oh man like this is definitely gonna happen, but
Here's the thing.
you gotta people have to kind of stop saying like this is never gonna happen, this is never gonna happen. If he wants it to happen, it'll happen. Trust me, he could do it. He's the fucking chairman again. Like he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. Now, real quick though, now the whole talk of possible buyers like Saudi, you got Amazon, you got Disney, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got Universal. There's a lot of big companies out there that could purchase. Now, here's two ways though that at least if I was a business man and I was about to acquire a pretty much $1 billion company, there's two ways you can go about it. There's you buy the company and you continue to keep those who are running the operations as far as the show and all that other
Yeah,
stuff. You keep them on payroll and let them run it as is. Now, the only difference
exactly.
is now, instead of answering to Vince, you answer to me. Other than that, I'm not going to touch the product. Like, hey, you keep doing what you've been doing. The only difference is now my money's backing you, and you might have a bigger reach because I have bigger outlets now. That's like I say, like Universal's NBC, it's Peacock and all that other stuff. And if I own that, now WWE reach can go further because I own networks. You know what I'm saying? Promotions can go to other networks because I own it. If I want WWE to be promoted on Bravo, I can do that. If I want it to be promoted on all my channels, NBC, whatever the fuck I own, I can do that now because I own the company. Same thing if it was Bezos. If Bezos bought it, you get an ad on every goddamn Twitch video to watch WWE. They'd probably kick out other wrestling promotions just to promote WWE if they wanted to. Now, like I said, that's the first choice. Let the machine keep running. It's already established. It's already a brand. It generates money. It generates revenue. Leave it as is. Or the other option is if you don't even want to deal with wrestling, scrap everything and just work off the library. Because WWE has the pretty extensive library of just, wrestling content in a whole. And you can just kind of live off of that.
I mean,
Those are kind of your two options to what would happen if a company did come and buy WWE. Because it's like, hey, you can either work what you already have, the established brand, and be like Star Wars, just continue to make money, or you could just scrap the whole thing and just rest off of the history, the legacy.
yeah, there's lots of scenarios. Real quick, we don't need to spend any kind of length of time at this, but just so AAA has a partnership with like Disney right now, right? Like they just unveiled like the Marvel Championship. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
So they have like a Marvel Championship now, and I guess because I guess they're gonna be doing live specials on Disney Plus, because they have all the Marvel like luchadors.
Yeah, I know about that.
So yeah, so now they have their own championship that's gonna be just for the Marvel guys. It looks like Iron Man's reactor. It lights up. It's fucking wild. If they were to acquire WWE, do you think that would be like a contradiction? Rhetorical question, just something to think about. Uh, but yeah, uh, Alex wants to know how we're not panicking. It feels like the collapse of a system that was working just fine. Now the poison Vince promised in 2002 is here. Uh, the, the
I,
the the reason I'm not panicking is because we sort of don't know what's gonna happen. Like Mr. Smith already said, like if things theoretically could not change at all. It could just be new leadership coming in and basically, like they said, like, hey, you guys keep running like you're running, but the difference is now I'm signing your paychecks. It could be something as little as that. It could be a massive overhaul. uh there's really no point in panicking right now because we really don't know what's going to happen.
and let's be real. There's no need to panic for the simple fact, and I say this again, and I'll say I'll die on the hill. If you're a wrestling fan, what's going on, William? What's going on, Ian? Thank you for joining us. If
You
today
guys,
is your birthday, happy birthday, man. Appreciate you spending a little bit of your birthday hanging out with us. So big ups to you, bro.
dang, I'm 12 today.
That's a good age, man.
That's a good age.
Toys are still fun to play with at that age.
Yeah. Listen. I'm gonna try very, very hard to watch my language a little bit. Out of respect, because I want everybody to come here and I want everybody to be able to enjoy the show, and I don't want anyone to feel like, oh dang, like these guys are too vulgar for me. So I'm gonna try to watch my mouth a little bit. But listen, an expletive might slip out here or there. I can't promise I'll totally be good, but I promise that I will try to be better. Yeah, definitely happy birthday. Yeah, Ian, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, but back
Yeah,
to what I was saying with like the reason not to panic.
Yeah.
Even if let's go to the most extreme. WWE's just gone. And like I said, if you're a wrestling fan, it shouldn't bother you because there's AEW, there's Impact Wrestling, there's MLW, there's New Japan, there's AAA, there's NWA, there's wrestling to consume. And listen, just like when WCW fell, just like when ECW fell, from those ashes gave you new stars for WWE at the time. And then those who maybe not crossed over to that path, then you did get the birth of Ring of Honor and TNA.
Yeah,
Because there's always going to be a need for wrestling. Someone's going to take the reins. Sure, you can always remember the days gone by. We do that now with WCW. We do that now with ECW. We do that now with a lot of old wrestling promotions that were like in their day were the shit. They were the Nitros. They were the Raws. They were the Dynamites. And now they're not here anymore. They're gone.
Real quick, William, we only went live like 20 minutes ago. So it hasn't been that long. You're getting in right at a good time.
Oh yeah. You're
And
good.
yeah, Ian, we all kind of read the letter with Stephanie. We kind of talking about that right now. So you kind of got him right at the good time. Now, all right. I'm gonna disagree with that stance a little bit.
What do you mean?
like you're saying, like if you're like a wrestling fan, but
Like you're
I don't.
gonna appreciate that there's
Yeah,
wrestling out there, even if it's not your speed.
but
It's
I
like
don't
you're gonna
want.
find something for you. But I'm saying if
But
like I said, we're going to the most extreme. Like WWE don't exist no more. They're done. The circus whoop, shit's closed. Everybody packed up. We out. And now only left behind is the other guys. Now, like me, I'm a wrestling fan, so it's like WWE's going. That sucks. Gonna miss it. It's been a better part of my life, but I got AEW. I got MLW. I got New Japan. I got other things that, for me as a wrestling fan, will quell that loss, because it's like, hey, I'm here for the wrestling. Doesn't matter the brand. I'm here for the
I
wrestling. Sure. And then I take the solace of knowing that all those guys and girls that were in WWE are now going to come here, which can only do one of two things: make wrestling better, because now they're sowing their seeds into all those other companies. They're going to AEW, they're going to Impact, they're going to MLW, they're going to New Japan and AAA and NWA, and now
that's not.
making it even better as a product
I
for
don't think
a
so.
wrestling fan to consume.
I don't think so. You don't want all your eggs in one basket.
But they're not. They're getting scattered out now because the
I,
main
they're
show is
not.
gone.
They're not getting scattered. Where are they going? There's only one viable option. Like nobody is striving to go to MLW.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying for those
Nobody
cats
wants
who
to
live,
go
but
to
I'm saying,
MLW.
but for the motherfuckers that's been living in catering, MLW's a step up. Unless you're gonna
Yeah,
choose your own narrative. But I'm saying in a whole of like, I'm not saying that everybody's gonna go. Yeah, they're gonna want to go to the next big company because that's where the money is guaranteed. And I'm pretty sure
like
Tony would have no problem scooping them all up. But
like
I'm
like
saying there's gonna be those wrestlers that they weren't main event players. They're gonna
that.
end up at
But
Impact just like Heath.
but also like that's only a little part of it. Like I don't think it's so easy. I don't think if WWE was to go away, I don't think you could just say, oh well, like there's other wrestling. Like
Yeah, there
that
is other wrestling though.
there is other wrestling, but damn, imagine like Monday night with no Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
Like
that shit would listen. It would be
imagine no
whack. It
more.
would be whack. But again, that void will be filled by someone else. Because who's to turn around and say, "Hey, Tony Khan said going, Mondays is free now." But I don't want to. I don't want to infringe on my Jags. But we can figure something out if it means money.
Maybe.
If
Yeah,
it means money.
I think you're just making it. I think you're just downplaying it a little bit.
I said, like I said, this is just, I'm going at the most extreme option if that was something that ever happened. I don't think it would, but like that's what I feel would happen because you're gonna be
Hmm.
stuck with a vacuum. If WWE was just boom, gone, everything gone, no wrestling, no nothing, no TV, no nothing, it's gonna leave a vacuum that needs to be filled. And someone's gonna fucking, I was like, this is the opportunity to step up because now the actual brass ring is there. And you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
either take it and say, okay, we the new number one. Hey, we All Might retired. Who's the number one hero now? You gotta, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna be number one. Hey, listen, you can sit there and say MLW ain't shit now, but it's like, hey, imagine if they was gone. And MLW like, okay, let's step up our game. Let's do everything in our power to get people to notice us more than AEW, and let's get that ring.
But see, like that. That's the other thing
What if Billy
is.
Corgan decides to add a little more punkin money to the NWA because
But
he's like,
see,
oh shit,
that's you're
now's the
you're
time.
you're you're also assuming that everybody that watches WWE is gonna just start following the next show. There's a very good chance that they don't. There's a very good chance that
Yeah,
they just
there
say,
is. But
like
that's up. But that's
like
why I said it's up to that company to now say, okay, the main thing that the main hurdle we can never get over is now gone. So now it's on us to see what can we do to get over that. The ones who didn't know we exist now know we exist.
I don't think it's lack of knowing they exist. I think it's just
but
not.
knowing that
I
we
think
got
it's
a
just
good product
not
on
caring.
par with the ones you would have considered the best.
Well, they got to get a good product first.
Yeah, well, that's why I said they would have to step their game up.
Yeah, ultimately,
I'm not saying they just come in
ultimately
as
you're
no.
right.
You better come in brand new, like all
But
new, all different. You better be a whole pre-packaged, new logos, new everything. Like your shit needs to be fucking spit polished.
Like I'm just saying to insinuate that MLW would fill the void that WWE would leave behind is ludicrous to me. Like that's almost laughable to me.
I'm just throwing out randos, bro.
Yeah.
Don't take it serious. I'm
No, I'm not.
These
Listen,
are
I'm not.
all hypotheticals here. But I'm giving an example of what could be that, hey, if you really step your game up, you could be. Listen, I'll give a prime example off the beaten path, not even wrestling related. BTS, one of my favorite bands, they were not meant to be the top K-pop band in the world, but they went on that grind to make sure if you didn't know who the fuck we were, now you know who we are, and we put in that work to the point where now they the biggest thing in the goddamn world. But they weren't meant to be number one. They were never positioned to be the best. They were the MLW. And they, what did I say? They stepped up their game and put in that work. And like I said, now look at them. Anything they touch, blow
up. Ian says wrestling collapses as we know it if WWE dies. I don't know if I don't know if I would go quite that far. Mm-hmm. That seems a bit extreme.
Wrestling is too pop culture for it to just completely fade away.
It would leave a gigantic hole in the wrestling world as we know it. Like it would absolutely leave a gigantic hole. But you know, like if WWE gone, New Japan's not gonna skip a beat. If WWE gone, AEW is not gonna skip a beat. Like the business will continue. It just will never be the same. Like WWE would, like other companies would prosper. They would do better. But I think like, you know, it would be a big loss for sure.
Listen, 20 plus years ago, if you'd have told me that World Championship Wrestling was going to go out of business, I'd have said you was crazy because they were that big that, like I said, they were the number 2, sometimes the number 1 wrestling company. But here we are talking about them in the past tense because WCW don't exist no more. Only in memory. Only in memory. So, you know, like I said, WWE, that's why I said this is just the most extreme. But again, WWE is such a brand, I can never see it actually going away. It is a Disney. It's a Disney. Everybody needs to put that in their mind. WWE equals Disney because they're a brand. And it's not just the wrestling. The wrestling at this point is probably the lowest on the totem poles of shits to give a fuck about outside of that brand. We talking merchandising, figures, you know what I'm saying, movie licensing, just everything else but wrestling. Wrestling is really secondary. But that shit is a brand. Like I said, if Disney, like I said, I guarantee you, let the mouse buy that shit. Tell me he ain't gonna be rocking John Cena wear. Tell me he ain't gonna be rocking John Cena wear. Dare you to defy that shit. It's gonna happen. If the mouse get his hands on it, you can't see me, bro. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. They probably turn Goofy's ass into the Undertaker. And if it happens, you heard it here first. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, Steph leaving, it's not really that shocker because, like I said, she was already about to take a break until all that shit with her pops popped off and kind of forced her back in. So now that Pop Doula's back in the house. I guess she decided, hey, I guess I'm gonna go back to do what I had planned, and that's step off.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think ultimately we're gonna kind of have to wait and see. Like I said, I think there's too many intangibles right now to start getting like too worked up.
Yeah,
Again, like it could be something, like I said, it could be something as simple like how many, like, think about this. Let me reassure you all a little bit. Everybody just calm down and open your ear holes and let Popcorn Matt uh fill you in and let me comfort you. Like, imagine, like, like I'm giving you like a gentle pat on the back, like a gentle back rub, not in any kind of inappropriate way, but just imagine like you were having a bad day and I'm your friend and I'm comforting you, and my words are like a metaphorical back rub. How many times has Impact changed ownership, and the company ultimately really never changed, except the fact that their stage looks slightly different and their graphics look slightly different. But how many times has Impact changed ownership? And the company's still gone on. The company's still run the same for the most part, except very minor changes. Like now you have a belt with an owl on it. It could very much be the same thing. It could very much be the same thing with this, where maybe Vince does sell, and maybe the person he sells to just comes in and says, "Hey, you guys keep doing what you're doing, man. Just I'm signing your checks now. You answer to me now, but keep doing what you're doing." It might not be, WWE might not go away. It might not change that much. You know what I mean?
Shit, fuck around and The Rock don't try to buy WWE.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I
it's
mean, shit,
possible.
he bought the XFL.
So, like I said, I think it's too early to start getting. I think it's too early to start getting too panicked about it.
Yeah, you
Uh,
just gotta, like I said, I know there's probably more news coming, and of course there's gonna be more news because it's ongoing right now. But I'm not, like, me personally, I'm not worried about it because it's wrestling, man. Like I said,
for
at best, like I said, either the company gets sold or we just gonna pretend move on and nothing happens, and we'll be
Yeah,
talking about bullshit Raw next week.
for me, the thing that I'm still most concerned about is Vince taking over control. I'm not really worried about the whole being sold thing yet. Right now, I'm still worried. Like, I hope that old bastard. Oh, sorry. There's one. I hope he doesn't fucking try to take over creative again. That would be the worst.
Oh, WWE would never change their name. It's always going to be WWE. That's the brand. The WWE is part of the deal. You buy that, that's what it is. It's just like the Nike swoosh. It's just like the mouse ears. It's a thing you recognize and associate with. When you see those two W's with the red swoosh, you know that's WWE. That's why they make sure that every championship won in sports, they get a belt with that big ass logo. There's a
Eh,
reason the belt was made that way. As much as me, like I said, I'm a wrestling belt collector. Like, I collect belts. And the WWE, the new title, is not a traditional wrestling belt. That's a marketing belt. That's meant to be when you see it on the streets, when you see an athlete in a parade and they got that belt waving high in the air, you know where they got it from. That's a WWE championship.
And and hey, like, look at it like this: if Disney does buy WWE, maybe it'll be Roman Reigns versus Arachno Man for the Marvel Championship at AAA.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like right now, I think it's too early to kind of get too upset. Right now, like, there's still too many There's still too many variables. There's still too many things on the table. We just have to wait and see. But like I said, like look how many times has Impact changed ownership? It went from Jeff Jarrett to Dixie Carter to almost Billy Corgan, and then it went from Dixie Carter to Anthem, and then ultimately not really that much changed about the product itself. The only thing that ever really changed was like the graphics look slightly different.
Yeah, the graphics look slightly different. The belt changed colors because it used to be blue, then they went red. So they jumped from the Bloods to the Crips. Oh wait, actually Crips to Bloods. And yeah, at a point they were global, and now they're just Impact. You know,
That's what I mean. So
those who know still call it TNA. Like I still call it TNA because at heart it's TNA.
So that's what I mean. So like this for all we know, nothing in the day-to-day operations could change. Maybe they will, but it's too early to tell, you know. And we're just gonna kind of have to take it as it is, right?
Yeah.
And you know, like that's the other thing. None of us could do anything about it, so there's no point in being upset about it because there's nothing
not even
we could do to
upset. No,
change
there's
it.
no need to panic. It's like, look at
Yeah.
Like I said, if anything was to go down, it's not like they're just going to disappear tomorrow like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. But yeah, I'm looking at Alex's question. We could jump on that.
I think I don't know. Like the likeliest thing for me is AEW, right? Because he's already been there. He's already been in AEW a couple times. His buddies are there. And again, I don't see I don't see WWE trying to make a play for any top free agents right now. Like I think Papa Paul, like he signed Dragon Lee, but like he probably didn't know none of this shit was about to go down. Like you know what I mean? Like he probably didn't know this shit was about to go down. So I don't see WWE making a play for any top free agents. And Jay White already has a foothold in AEW. Like his buddies are there. For me, that's the likeliest scenario. But who knows? He could surprise us and go the other way.
Yeah. Yo, this women's battle royal, they working quick over here, huh?
Well, yeah. Dang, Thea Hale, she does it for me, man.
Which one is that?
The Chase U girl.
Oh yeah. She's a little firecracker.
Yeah, like she's always so like energetic and like excited. I dig it. I like the energy that she brings. You know, like she could just coast off of being like a pretty blonde, but you know, I feel like she brings more to the table. If her wrestling gets a little better, then dang, she could be definitely a bright future for her.
Now we got Shorty over here popping in a handstand.
Who do you think's gonna win this?
Mm-hmm. But Shorty got some core strength right there with that setup. Listen, I think there needs to be a rule about the whole elimination. I think once your body parts just touch the ground, you're done. Enough of this foot shit. The moment any part of you touches the floor, you're out. Floor is lava. Floor is lava.
Yeah.
Fuck all this. My feet gotta hit the floor bullshit. Nah, man, floor is lava.
Agreed.
Because you get all these, everybody want to do handstands and all this bullshit to get back in the ring. Like, nah, you out. See you next year. See you next time. Enough of this. Your feet got to touch the floor. Enough of this Shawn Michaels rule. Let's end this Shawn Michaels rule. Your body touch, you out.
Agreed.
But, you know, I do, though, appreciate that WWE did decide to start doing that these chicks got to go over the top rope because that middle rope shit was weak. But it is what it is. As long as we don't get the new class again, I'll be straight. So, wow, yo, Tony Stark is dump shorty.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, back to Jay White because that kind of goes into WrestleKingdom, which we didn't get, we haven't talked about. Oh, she fucked that up. But you want to kind of quickly go over some of the any notable matches you want to talk about from WrestleKingdom?
Um.
I mean, in a whole, okay. I know we talked about it, and there was two moments that were just like very botchy, and it was just like, ugh, ruined the whole experience.
Yeah.
The first one was after the IWGP Women's Title match where Kyrie did retain. I can't remember who our opponent because I'm not that fluent in the Joshi.
Tam Nakano.
Okay, so she beat Tam Nakano. Then, of course, formerly known as Sasha Banks, makes a New Japan debut as Mercedes Moné.
Dumb name.
Yeah.
She should have kept the Banks part because it was identifiable to her. Like she should have been like Monet Banks.
She could have been Mercedes Banks.
Mercedes Banks, yeah. But no, I think she should have X the Mercedes part. Like, why do you want to be known as the second best Mercedes in professional wrestling? You're never gonna be Mercedes Martinez. Why do you even want to kind of lend yourself to that?
But she shows up. By the way, the outfit she had on was tight because it looked like a Japan flag. The hair, that I wasn't feeling. The flames and the blue.
Did you see the meme where someone's like Sasha's inspiration for her hair at WrestleKingdom, and it's a piece of cheese with like mold on it?
Oh, that's fucked
up. I was like, oh.
But
like savage.
After the match, she comes in, shake the hand, fake out. She tries to do like she sets her up for like a gory bomb, but then kind of floats it over like was it supposed to be an arm breaker or a DDT? Either way, it just looked very gross.
Yeah.
And just very botched. Kyrie, to her credit, sold whatever it was. And Sasha kept going about it. Although I kind of would have got up and done it again personally, but it is what it is.
I think she had something in mind, but she just didn't transition it correctly.
Yeah, it was like it was about to be a gory bomb or something, but then she flipped it over. So you're thinking maybe she might do like a Ty Conti shit, but then it's like an arm breaker or a DDT.
No,
it just looks gross.
I think she was trying to do like I think she was trying to do like an arm drag into a bank statement, but I think like when she landed, I think she didn't set herself in position properly. So when she went to apply the move, she was just completely out of position. That's my theory. Like I think she went for the bank statement, but she completely botched the positioning.
Yeah, that to me was just like, that you hate to see it. It was just And then the other moment was during the Never Openweight Championship where Carl Anderson would lose his title to Tama Tonga. And his stun gun at the end was just all kinds of fucked up. All kinds of fucked up.
Yeah. He completely missed the gun stun.
See, look at this nonsense with the fucking pillows and shit. Get out of here. Like, once you out, you out. If you touching the ground, or you just on the ground, like, cut this standing on pancakes and standing on pillows. Like, you out. You just out. You out of the ring. You're not even near the apron. You out.
Yeah. But the never open weight match was good aside from that. Like I said, Tama Tonga missed the gun stun at the very end. But the match itself was fine. Nothing extravagant. Like they brawled a little bit. I kind of thought it was a missed opportunity. Like
Oh,
Anderson not coming out to his WWE music, and like when Kenny Omega had his entrance, and it showed his name. It showed the like AEW logo by his name. Again, I think they missed the mark by not having the WWE logo there. It is what it is. It just would have been a nice touch, but I guess ultimately, like, it wouldn't have changed anything. But it would have been a nice touch.
yeah. No, Isla Dawn. I don't know. Was she in the match? I don't recall her being in the match because there was so many women that I don't recognize.
Uh oh. This is not good. Let's not go here.
Oh, ain't this that Valhalla chick?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh, I do not like this.
Now, how does this make sense, Isla, Alba, or whatever your name is? You trying to suplex her? Come on, think about that. What kind of move is that? What are you thinking?
Uh, but yeah, never open weight title match was good. Uh, FTR losing the IWGP Tag Team titles. So now they've officially lost all their championships in the span of a month. Take that for what it is.
That's just
What is?
like, why they celebrating this? One of y'all got to get yeeted out this ring.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't want them to split up. Oh my, what kind of carny shit is this?
She about to get okey doke, son. Told you she about to get okey doke, son.
Is this a Royal Rumble 2004?
Oh, we'll get back in the ring, bitch. I don't know. Other matches that were good. We got new IWGP Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Revival got cleaned out.
Yeah, so now they've lost all their titles.
All of them, butt naked. What do you think? Where do you think FTR goes from here?
I don't know.
Because with the old man back, WWE doesn't seem like that much of a viable option anymore.
What the fuck? Okay. I might be interested to see where this goes.
Well, just go to the instant replay, stupids.
It's giving me like Lay Cool vibes.
Lay cool.
Like, remember when they were like co-champion?
And what, they ripped the belt in half somehow?
Yeah. They
were
like
so
ripped the
strong that
belt
they
in half.
ripped metal and leather in
Yeah.
perfect cuts.
But all right, new tag team champions. It's funny because all the titles I thought would change hands, uh, pretty much did. Outside of the junior tag team titles, I thought Leo Rush and Yo were gonna get it, and Leo Rush took a nasty injury, had to pull out of Battle of Los Angeles. So, best hope speedy recovery for him. But yeah, it was junior tag team title match was decent. What else? What else do we have? Oh, we had the six man tag match with Kenji Muto versus it was Kenji Muto, Tanahashi, and Yuya Yumera versus Los Ingobernables. Again, that match very quick, seemed to kind of end out of nowhere. Zack Sabre Jr., first IWGP television champion.
Ugly belts.
Very, very, very ugly belt.
Belts.
Very ugly belt.
But also he reunited with TMDK. So they're now new faction or refactioned.
Well, TMDK they've been a faction for a while. Like he's
No,
basically
I'm saying he's part of the faction now.
Yeah, like he's basically taking Jonah's spot.
Yeah, because he's Bronson Reed again.
Yeah, he's basically taking Jonah's spot.
Also, the next night, New Year's Dash, Zack Sabre Jr. took him a young boy to the group. So he's my young boy now. He's got one of the young lions. I forget the dude's name. So he's just like, yeah. And he was telling the other two, he's like, hey, he like, what's his name? Slapped him on the ass, and he's like, hey, that's my young boy. Don't be touching his butt. He's like, I slapped his ass. It's my young boy. I was like, this motherfucker loves Zack Sabre Jr. But that's an ugly ass belt.
Tuesday, William. Every Tuesday we go live. If you like wrestling, if you like action figures, then you can join us Friday too.
Yeah, we be on a little channel known as the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Do a little show called Spaghetti and Friends.
But obviously, I think the most talked about match, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega.
That match was
unbelievable. Listen. Seek this match out. Do yourself a favor. Go out of your way to watch this match. It is worth going out of your way to watch. Just incredible.
I'm like, yo, how is Will Ospreay's neck not broken after that shit on that exposed turnbuckle?
Yeah, that was nasty, son.
That shit was nasty. And then he started leaking and shit. Fucking Omega got black eye. Motherfucker stomped him. He didn't even put him through the table. He just stepped through the table on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then start bashing his head in the bitch. Like, bro. Sammy versus Roman at Mania? I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Sammy's All right, we'll backtrack. We'll backtrack to this. Yeah. So then the main event, I was wrong. I called this wrong. But Okada back on his throne, baby. Okada beats Jay White.
Rainmaker.
Yeah, back on his throne.
Like I
I'm
said,
not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. Like I said, kind of sort of like yeah, he's got it. Like I said, because Jay been calling his shot for like a while now on Cats. So it's like he got to take an L once in a while because like they literally kind of New Japan has made Jay White stupid OP.
Yeah,
because he like big time matches. How often does that motherfucker lose?
yeah, not that often.
Not that often. Like he'll do some like little side matches where he'll take an L, but like he don't take the L. So he's stupid protected. But like yeah, like the motherfucker's done held just about every singles title that New Japan has. The motherfucker call his shot, he come out with gold. So it's like yeah, and like I said, he's pretty much been best in Okada, and most of the times they meet up. So it's like yeah, it was about time for Okada to kind of get a dub over him in a big way. So yeah. Plus, it sets up fucking Okada versus what's his name?
Shingo,
yeah, because Shingo just recently won the Kapow Championship the next night on New Year's Dash. So, and he was like, "Hey man, I got a belt now. You got a belt." He's like, "I still want your belt." And then Okada is like, "Yeah, you know," he's like, "I ain't think about giving you a shot, but you got a belt now, so you seem like you ready." So he's like, "Okay, we can have a match now." So that's pretty much next on the pipe for Okada. Is Shingo trying to get his belt back?
all right.
But overall,
Williams,
Wrestle Kingdom, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. What Williams says, Judgment Day beats Usos. I'm gonna like do we think Judgment Day will beat the Usos? I hope they will.
Here's the thing. I almost kind of think they might because here's the thing, and I don't know if you picked up on it. This is just for the Raw.
I did pick up on it. I was gonna say that. Yeah, they went out of their way to make it known that this was specifically for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Even when the Usos came out, they only picked up the red belts. So it's like, okay, they're like you said, WWE's making sure you realize it's just for one of the belts. So I could see if we want to separate the belts back up, why not put it on the Judgment Day? Because they've been kind of the hottest little group right now on Raw for the latter part of 2022.
Yep.
So why not? And they kind of established Freebird rules by what they did last night by subbing Finn with Dominic. That's a Freebird thing to do. One man out, hey, you jump in. Pierce co-signed it. So okay. So it's on the table now. You know what I'm saying? So that just kind of gives everybody a bit of a rub and just makes the faction seem kind of like, all right, they top team in Raw right now. So I'm like, hey, listen, how they would take it from the Usos, that's another thing, but we are kind of working on a heel-on-heel situation right now. So anything is possible.
Just beat them. The Usos could take a L. They'll be fine.
But it can't be clean. That's the thing.
Yes, it can.
You think?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Usos have been untouchable. If they take a clean loss, it's not gonna hurt them. It's gonna benefit Judgment Day more than it's gonna hurt the Usos.
Yeah, that is true.
See, now here's my next thing. This could be. Let me pitch something to you. Let me pitch something to you. Let's say next week the Usos drop the titles, right? Right now, we know Roman Reigns and Kevin. We know that they, in fact, will have a match for the undisputed WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble, right? Here's the scenario that I want to pitch to you. Let's say Roman retains against Kevin at Rumble, moves on. Bloodline shows up on Raw. They start raising all kinds of hell because Usos want their red belts back. They're pissed off. They start raising hell. Roman's there. Roman's pissed off. Let's say Adam Pearce comes out and he's like, you know what? He's like, I'm fucking tired of dealing with you guys. Enough of this. Like, Roman, I'm just gonna strip you of the WWE Championship, and then I never have to see you on Raw again. I'm stripping you of the championship. You can go back to SmackDown. In my mind, if you're trying to separate the titles, that's the best way to do it, because then you don't have to have Roman take any kind of loss. And then you're just giving Roman more ammunition where he could just be like, yeah, like, fuck, like, I never lost the WWE title. I'm a victim of a corrupt WWE official. In my mind, like, that's the best way to do it.
You want Kevin Owens to join the Bloodline? I don't know why he would join the Bloodline, but
Yeah,
Stranger things happen.
William, I think it's gonna go the other way, man. I think it's gonna be Sammy is gonna be leaving the Bloodline and going with Kevin against the Usos. I think it's gonna go the other way, but yeah, you never know. You never know.
You never know. But I don't think he would like. Here's the thing. I don't know the situation how, because at some point, yeah, Sammy will eventually get booted out of the Bloodline. I don't know what the circumstances will be by that. Like I said, it could be him, like, it could be based off of the Usos losing their titles that Sammy gets extricated. I don't think it has to be a full affront to just Roman for him to get booted. Because, I mean, like I said, it's going to happen at some point, but I don't know when. Like I said, right now, WWE's focused on making sure that you know that endorsed Cody Rhodes is coming back. That's why this. What's so funny? Bearcat.
I'm sorry.
Like, stupid. That's why I like the whole thing of like Sammy versus Roman doesn't seem plausible at the moment, because they're intentionally trying to big up, Cody Rhodes. Now it could be a bait and switch, but like Cody's story is a little more sexier than Sami Zayn's.
Whoa, hold on. I'm just gonna kind of report this as I see it. I don't want this to be, take this with a grain of salt. I don't want this to be kind of construed, and it was me kind of saying like, this is factual. This is literally just breaking news that I'm reading live right now. Apparently, WWE has been sold.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, a sale has happened. Again, I don't have any more details. I'm just this is the information that I'm seeing. But apparently, WWE has in fact been sold.
Huh? There you go.
I digress. Didn't mean to break your train of thought.
It's all right, man. Listen, nothing wrong with some breaking news.
Uncle Howdy is absolutely Bo Dallas, no doubt about it.
Bo Dallas.
Yeah. It's I absolutely believe that it's Bo Dallas. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just thinking we gotta start splitting up these titles. I think that's as good a way as any to do it. As far as WrestleMania, I think it all depends. I think it depends on if they can get The Rock. I think if they can't get The Rock, I think Cody Rhodes is the most likely candidate to beat Roman Reigns. If in fact they can't get The Rock.
Yeah.
But then again, as I'm saying that, like, do we necessarily want The Rock to beat Roman Reigns? Like, do we want The Rock to come out of retirement and beat Roman Reigns? I think not. So I think it all depends, like, when do they want to take the title off him? I don't know. I don't know if The Rock should be the guy to end Roman Reigns' title reign. If anything, I think The Rock should put Roman over. I heard there's supposed to be like another uncle. Like we haven't seen Uncle Harper yet. I think maybe Eric Rowan, maybe he'll be like Uncle Harper. I heard he was a name that was being discussed that could possibly be brought back into the fold. But yeah, like Uncle Howdy, that's definitely Bo Dallas.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just kind of like not feeling that we're still running with Alexa Bliss. Like, why we keep involving her in this mix? Like, let Bray get over. Why we leave the girl alone? She doesn't need another gimmick. She had a gimmick. She was the Twisted Bliss. Come on, she's the goddess.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What?
See, I don't know if I want to publicly say it because I don't know how legitimate this source is.
Just say allegedly.
So this update that I'm reading, allegedly, again, take it for a grain of salt. The Saudi government did in fact buy WWE. And that it's expected that Triple H is either going to step down or he's going to be fired. Listen. Again, please, everybody, understand that this is not information that I'm. This is not information. This is not my information.
What's the source you're getting it from?
I don't want to quote the source. I don't want to quote the source because I don't know how legitimate they
how
are.
Reputable are the source? Like where you're getting this from? Then, what would you say that when they report something, it's usually like 50% on accuracy? We talking 70, 90, or less? What are we talking on accuracy here? For like legitimate reporting,
maybe like a 60 or 70.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like I don't want to say this source because I don't want to like.
Is this an online source or?
Yeah, this is an online source, and basically what they're saying is that like the Saudi deal, like if the Saudi thing is like a done deal, and that they're going to be taking the company private.
We'll have to see. Take it with a grain of salt. That's what I say. Until a statement gets made, like this is hearsay. So
like I'm absolutely right. Like I don't want anybody. Oh dang, Wendy's got French toast sticks now. All right,
Wendy's been had French toast sticks, which Yeah,
Not
late
in
Canada.
bro, not in Canada. Wendy's here just got breakfast like 4 months ago.
Oh, yeah, again.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Like, I don't want nobody take anything I'm saying with any kind of seriousness. This is just reports that I'm seeing. This is just stuff that I'm seeing, and I'm relaying it to all you lovely people. I'm relaying it to you as it's coming. That's it.
I hear you. Well, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see
Oh, well,
what
we'll
happens.
have to wait and see, but
Hey, if it's true, a change will come. If not, hey, listen, I'll be all right.
I mean, again, yeah, ultimately, like, life is gonna go on, but yeah, Gojira, you're seeing it on Twitter too, right, Gojira? That's it. I'm not.
See, when you say I see it on Twitter, Twitter for me is like take a lot of that information with the finest grain of salt, because like I said, not everything you see on Twitter is like, yeah. People like to put out like socks and bot accounts just to sit there and stir up like attention and shit. So, but
So what I'm hearing is and I quote. This is a direct quote. Let me see if I can find it again. I lost it. The shit is about to hit the fan is what has been best described to me as to what's about to happen in WWE. William, WWE should bring back Kalisto. I think they. The thing is, Kalisto's a little guy, and they don't really have anything for the little guys. They need to bring back the cruiserweight title. Then you could bring back Kalisto.
should have never really got rid of it. But
Yeah.
like, what was the point of doing all that? The cruiserweight classic, like drumming up all this hype for cruiserweights, and you give them a show and all that, and the title, and then they do absolutely nothing with them. Like absolutely nothing. That was the one time WWE should have stole something from WCW. Know how to start your shows. Get the people hot with a good cruiserweight match. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Here you go. Sources at WWE sources told WWE has been sold to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. The company will go back to being private, unknown if Vince McMahon will return to head of creative, but it is expected by most people. So what does that mean? Like, what does that break that down? Like, break that down for us. What does that mean? The company will go back to being private. Like, what does that mean?
Meaning that it won't be a publicly traded company. Meaning that there pretty much won't be like a board. Because when WWE, before it went and became a publicly traded company, Vince didn't have to answer to nobody. Like, he's the boss and the only boss. But when you go public, other people are buying into the company. Like, they buy shares and stocks in the company that make them like partial owners of the company. So it's like now when Vince does business, he has to answer to these people because their money is invested in the company WWE. But if you go back to being private, that means there is no shareholders. It's just whoever owns it. So that means I can run this company how I want. I can do what I want with this company. And even if people in the public don't like it, I can say fuck you and still do it anyway because I'm not beholden to other people that are gonna go, oh, I don't like what you did. I'm gonna need you to step down. Like, no, there's no one here. I own it, no one else. I'm gonna have majority shares unless Vince cuts a deal where it's like you get the company, but I still keep a certain amount of shares. That's a thing that can happen. But when you go back to being private, that means you're not a publicly traded company. Like, people can't personally invest in you. Like, they can't have, like, it'll be basically like if someone was to buy out WWE and they say, okay, I want to buy you out and I want to buy all the shares of whoever's holding stock in the company. Like Vince McMahon is a majority owner of shares in the company, so he has the most. And then there's other people who have their little pieces. And he can sit there and go, I'm gonna buy all of y'all. I want all y'all pieces. Give me what you got. Here's some money. So now, and that's how that happens. So that's when they say that it's gonna go private, means it's no longer public.
So what do you think that means then for WWE as we know it? Because
it would mean whatever that owner wanted to do, being like, again, it could be a thing of I buy the company. You can continue to do operations, but now, since we already kind of had a deal of you come to Saudi Arabia every now and then, we gonna bump. That's just gonna be a regular thing, like it is now. Like, I mean, they were contracted to do a certain amount of years, but if you're saying the Saudi owns it, then it's like it's not a certain amount of years. It's just you do what you do in the States, but you're coming out here as well. Or we might have something just for us here, and you can still do something there. Or if you don't, like I said, again, it's still something that generates money. And again, the Saudis, they're always looking for something to give them like some kind of good PR. And like I said, WWE is a global, entity. Everybody knows it. So again, it's one of those things where if all is what is true, that's usually how that happens.
What do you think that means for like what does that mean for someone like Sami Zayn who can't even legally go to Saudi Arabia? Mm-hmm. Morally, what does that mean? Like a lot of people don't support. Dang, I don't know.
Those people probably might not end up working there anymore. Like that's what it is. I mean, but again, like I'm still just going off of what you're throwing out there. And like I said, until I see something public from the E, like this is all just kind of speculation. Until something publicly comes out that they say, hey, this is what it is, I'm gonna reserve any real comment. I'm just saying, like, if things like this happen, that's what it is. I need the E to say it first for it to be actual confirmed. Because it don't take long for Twitter to jump in a fervor and spread shit really quick and then find out it's not what it actually means.
Yeah. I think I think Saudi purchasing WWE is the worst case scenario. Because now that's not even like an American company. To me, that's not even like WWE is staying in America.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a possibility. Yeah, man, Brody's gonna be forever missed, man. Like I was watching something today on Watch Mojo had a countdown, and I don't know, Watch Mojo is always a weird channel because they'll have some countdowns that be kind of garbo, but then they'll do some random wrestling shit every now and then, and it'd be okay. So they did like top 10 title wins on AEW Dynamite, like just Dynamite, no pay-per-views, just Dynamite. and Brody's was on the list, and it's just like, damn, son, that shit today still breaks my heart, man. Like, fuck. Like, Dark Order was such in a good place, son, and like, damn.
Yeah.
Now we looking at Petaguayo and all this nonsense, and just you hate to see it, bro.
Yeah.
WWE should bring back Enzo and Big Cass or both. I mean, right now, listen, Big Bill in WWE chilling with the firm, and Enzo he chilling out in MLW. So
yeah, I would like to see them maybe a team again. I don't know if I want that in WWE though.
Yeah, like I think they've been busy just kind of rebuilding their reputations and just trying to do what they do to make themselves a better, wrestler. What do you think? What do you guys think of Dana White in general as the promoter prefers? He might be in business with WWE. Actually, you bring up Dana White. I don't think Dana White is in the position right now to maybe fuck with WWE, since he's kind of in a little bit of a controversy himself, because apparently he got caught out there smacking his wife and shit, and his wife was smacking him, and he's got this whole slap fighting thing going on, but they're now kind of thinking about scrapping that. So I don't think WWE's on his mind at the current time.
That's kind of ironic, because remember when he was like, kind of bashing? Like, did you ever see that? Did you ever see him shooting on like Matt Riddle?
Nah.
Like, he was shooting on Matt Riddle, and he was basically saying like Matt Riddle could never be like a big enough a big star in the UFC because he can't pass a drug test.
Uh-huh.
And he was saying that one time he asked Matt Riddle, he's like, listen, man, he's like you have two fights a year. How come you can't stay clean twice a year for these fights? And like Matt Riddle said something like, I have to stay high so I don't beat my wife and kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want your bitch ass. Seth Rollins is right. But yeah, he's kind of going through some things right now. So I don't think Dana White's really got WWE on his mind at this moment. Because he's already on the he's on that PR tour of like, hey, I don't believe in hitting women. I don't know what happened. I was drinking and my wife, and like she was hitting me and I was hitting her, and it was some wild shit. So I do watch slap fighting because there's some good slap fighting on YouTube. Dana White's just biting off of the dudes who've been doing it on YouTube for a few years now. The slap fighting's a thing. You go on YouTube, there's plenty of slap fighting.
That's how every great excuse for domestic violence starts. I don't know what happened. I was drinking.
It wasn't even like domestic violence. Like they was at a party, and like they were drinking, and she slapped him first, and he slapped her back, and just
If a woman slaps a man, it's not domestic violence. Get that right.
No, it is domestic violence.
You can't do domestic violence to men.
Yes, you can. There's some men out there that get their ass beat by their women. Don't act like it can't happen, because it can.
Yeah, it doesn't count though.
It counts.
I know. I'm being sarcastic, of course. I'm being sarcastic.
But so UFC and the WWE, I doubt that's on the table.
Yeah, same.
Not at this situation. Not right now. If it was a different time, if it was different, maybe. But and this is recent, so. And what's this? I have the feeling that Bianca Belair will join Judgment Day. Nah, she's too babyface right now.
Yeah.
And they need baby faces. Rhea does domestic violence, but the men can't get her back. Somebody gonna get her back. Back of that ass. Would you guys? Yeah, like there's a couple, Alex. There's a couple channels. One is just it's called Slap Fighting, and then there's like a Ukrainian one. And they be knocking people the fuck out. Like they be slumped. So they be smacking motherfuckers straight to the shadow realm. Motherfuckers just be sleeping. Like you ever seen a motherfucker slap so hard they fold up like a beach chair? Like they be folding. You gotta have a man standing behind you because you get slumped up, son. They be smacking, like I said, straight soul gone. Like that shit you see in Doctor Strange, that shit your body, your spirit leave your body. That's how hard they be slapping motherfuckers. I've seen it.
Man, we sort of got derailed a little bit, but this whole WWE thing, you know.
I mean, because it's what's going on right now, so it's the hot topic. Because man, I mean, these are some pretty big shakeups going on now. We be kind of talking about it for a good better part of the show. It's very, what's the word? Pertinent. It's very pertinent. Because it's like where like I said, Saudi Arabia just seems like, yeah, that just seems like that's a weird move to go there.
See, I think that for me, I think that's the worst. That's the worst case scenario. I don't know. Like what does that mean for like their, like, you know what I mean? Like what does that mean for like their merchandising deals and stuff?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, well, whatever's going down, we'll have to see what the terms and conditions is, because it's like, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Who really knows? It's like,
exactly.
All right, that's why I'm not gonna really, like I said, and I'm not even sitting here like trying to say anything, because I'm like, until I see like an official written statement signed by the E that says, "Hey, we are now this, that, and a third." Listen, again, this is all coming off of Twitter. Twitter to me is not a valid source.
Well,
even with even if you have a check mark, it's not always valid sources or just valid news. Because Twitter is that kind of place. People say shit just to get likes. People say shit on Twitter just to get ratioed.
Yeah.
So it's like until I hear the statement, and I'm talking the reputable ones, the not reputable ones. Like, hey man, until I see a written statement, like this ain't actual factual. This is still speculation. This is still hearsay open this piece. But when the truth comes out, whatever gets made and said, then hey, we go from there. We can talk about it. And then we can sit there and kind of see where we go here from now. And like, yeah, it is what it is.
See, Carl Fredericks signed with WWE.
Who's Carl Fredericks?
He was like a New Japan Strong guy.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that dude with the mustache?
Yes. Oh wait, maybe not. Is that? I think Alex Coughlin is the guy with the mustache.
The strongman looking guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other dude. Okay. So is this the like Spanish looking dude?
Yeah, the Alpha Wolf?
Yeah. Is that who that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I know a couple of those, the ones that graduated from the dojo, those dudes. But I didn't remember their names and shit. I just remember the dude with the mustache because he reminded me of some dude from fucking what's that game? He just looked at the dude with the mustache and shit.
Oh, Final Fight?
Yeah.
Mike Hager?
Kinda like the Hager, but his mustache is a little more finer. Like there's a dude in an anime that has that like kind of mustache. I can't remember his name now. But it looks like that dude, but it's all good. I'll figure it out later. Goob. But I was going to jump into some AEW because tomorrow night is Dynamite. And as always, AEW kind of suck on their website, but I did pull up this nice little graphic piece and we can kind of talk about the card for tomorrow night. We'll hear from the Jericho Appreciation Society. So, whatever. Speaking of big cast, we got Big Bill. I guess that's the name he's going with in AEW. He's not W. Morrissey anymore. He's just Big Bill.
I like Big Bill.
I like Big Bill too. It's better than W. Morrissey.
Yeah, way better.
So Big Bill with Lee Moriarty taking on Jungle Hook. I like the name.
That's good. Jungle Hook.
We've got a tag team, Jamie Hayter, AEW Women's Champion, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Saraya and Toni Storm. That should be good.
I think that's a red herring.
Why you say that?
I don't think Toni Storm is a partner.
No, but I think Saraya announced her as her partner.
She's not the real partner.
Who's the real partner then?
Mercedes.
Martinez?
Monet.
That's
what I was hearing.
We'll see.
I was hearing that she's been booked the whole time. Think about it. You saw how Sheeta was looking last week, right? After Saraya picked Toni Storm and gave her back. Just wait. Tomorrow, like it'll be at the beginning of the broadcast. Oh, somebody attacked Toni Storm later out backstage. So now she's unable to compete. So now we don't know who Saraya's partner going to be.
Depends. Probably if they continue to book it the way they are, you could probably do the Mysterios at Mania.
I don't want to see the Mysterios at Mania.
I don't either, but that just makes more sense to do it there because it's kind of more final.
I feel like that's something for SummerSlam.
But then that means you have to extend the feud to SummerSlam.
But they're not even really. Yeah, that's fine. But
they are feuding. They're doing all the holiday shit. Like, I mean, doesn't Easter come before WrestleMania?
They are feuding, but like, I think Judgment Day needs to set their sights on championship gold right now.
And they are. They're going for the tag team titles.
Good. So leave it at that.
But you keep in the underbelly of the Dominic trying to show his pops that he's a man now.
Nobody wants to see that match.
Nobody. But I mean, it's gonna happen anyway.
I'd rather see Dominic and Rhea versus Edge and Beth at WrestleMania. Give me that. Give me that at WrestleMania.
How would this all affect Mania? Don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, like that's the thing. We don't know. Why would you partner with the woman that ended your career? Mercedes and Saraya should hate each other. Nah, man, they're like homies. They're like homies in real life. Like Saraya was the first one that called and congratulated Mercedes on her New Japan debut. Like they buddies. Yeah,
And
like they
Zack
buddies.
Ryder, it was talked about, Matt Cardona. There was talks about him returning to the E with his wife Chelsea.
Yeah. Just to be clear, Triple H said that Zack Ryder will absolutely never be back in WWE, but Matt Cardona could possibly come
Yeah,
to WWE.
Matt Cardona. I think if he said it like that, that he knows that there's more money to be made in Matt Cardona than there was in
Absolutely,
Zack Ryder.
absolutely.
So yeah, like I said, he's coming. Cardona comes back. Yeah, Ryder's dead. Ryder's dead. It's all about fuck Matt Cardona.
But
You
again,
know?
what? But again, what is even WWE anymore? Like, what even is WWE right now?
Listen, don't know, but I'm gonna still sit here and talk about the things that are on the table. Like I said, there was talks about Chelsea and Cardona, making a return to the E. And I was like, listen, if they do the kind of power couple thing, hey, go for it. Throw them in NXT for a little bit. Let them rock the NXT title or something. Apparently, Chelsea's already back, waiting for creative, possibly. Twitter sources are saying WWE wants Shane McMahon to return because they want a wrestler to run WWE.
AML Wrestling just announced January 21st. Beer City Bruiser versus Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerome.
I want to see that match.
Jerome.
Apparently Chelsea Green already back. Yeah, that's what I heard. Twitter source are saying WWE board wants Shane McMahon to return because they want a wrestler to run WWE.
Shane McMahon ain't a wrestler though.
Gojira says enough Twitter for tonight. Alex says okay, but wrestling storyline wise, Saraya the character should hate Mercedes. Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, because here's the thing.
That wasn't a story.
Here's the thing. It was never a storyline. Her getting kicked and her neck and all that. That wasn't a storyline. That was the actual accident.
Exactly.
So it was never ever used as any fodder for storylines. So there is no beef on something that was an actual accident.
Exactly.
Like you can take it's different. Like the Matt Hardy Edge thing. They took a real thing and turned it into a story. That's something that you could kind of relate, but like this was never turned into a story. This was an actual accident where someone got put out for X amount of years, and but so there's no need to sit there and make a feud of it. You could, but no one would really. They would ask like, why now? Why now? So it's just like, hey, have a match, make money, let's do it. Do you think we should do with Zack Ryder? I mean, like, listen, again, like I said, put him on NXT. Put the NXT title on him. You put the title on Cardona, and you let him rock with that shit for a while. Because, like I said, your main roster's already kind of stacked, and there's no room for him as long as there's a bloodline. So put him on NXT. Let him work with some of these young boys. Get them kind of prime time ready. Like I said, Cardona's well seasoned, so he knows what's up.
See, that's my point. We have to get the title away from the bloodline. Have listen, here's a wild scenario. Everybody's expecting Matt Cardona to debut to return at the Rumble. It doesn't happen. Again, elimination chamber of for the vacated WWE title. Somebody gets injured before the match and they're like, "Oh no, like this person can't compete. We need a substitution." That's a hell of a return if you ask me.
Well, since you brought it up, Alex, there's Bryan Danielson versus Takeshita. I don't think I don't think he loses as much as you think. He does. He has lost a lot of matches with a lot of big main eventers, but it's the thing of he's putting on good matches with
Yeah.
main eventers.
Yeah.
That's why you can say, "Oh, he's the future." Yeah, sure. He's still kind of a young lion. He's coming into his own, but he's keeping up with the Moxleys and the Hangmans and all these other people that he's had matches with. And yeah, he's won some, he's lost some, but it's the fact that he's getting it out there and he's getting over. So that's why they're sitting there saying like he's the future, because it's like, yeah, like he's sitting there showing that he can hang. He can hang with the big dogs. So because I'll tell you right now, this match is probably going to be the match of the night.
Absolutely. Wait till he does start winning matches. Wait until he does start racking up some wins.
I can see him beating Danielson, because Danielson will be that guy that want to put him over.
Mm-hmm.
So then we got this grudge match of Jon Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. It'll be a slugfest.
I think that ends up being a schmoz too.
And then we have the final match for the Trios Championship, and it will be in a ladder match.
Escalera de la Muerte.
Escalera de la Muerte. And this is it. Winner takes all after this. You walk away with the Trios title. We got the Elite and Death Triangle.
I'm gonna say I think Mox, or I think Page is gonna fuck Mox up. Like I think he's gonna hurt him or something. And then I think maybe at Revolution, maybe we'll get it'll be those two in like a Texas death match or something.
I mean, I can see that.
But I don't know, like Revolution, they've already announced MJF and Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match, which I fucking hate. Can't be that big of a card though, right? Like they can't have that many matches if you're already dedicating 60 minutes to one match.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Iron Man matches so fucking much.
If WWE is Saudi owned, it won't matter if Triple H wants Tama Tonga. Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah. Like I'm hearing Triple H wanted Tama Tonga too, but a lot of this stuff is only happening. Like a lot of this stuff is it's not even a week old. Like it hasn't even been a week since Vince has been back, and stuff is drastically changing. You know, I'm sure WWE wanted Jay White too, but there's so much stuff in the air right now that we don't know. There's, like I said, there's so many variables. Like stuff is leaking and stuff is coming out, but
Moxley's not coming back.
The only thing we know for sure is that Stephanie McMahon has left the company.
She's taking her leave.
Yeah, like permanent leave.
Yeah. Which, like, again, it was her plan several months ago until they said, "Hey, we need you to step up," and she stepped up. But now she's like, "Okay, you back? Then I'm gonna step off, like I intended in the first place." So it is what it is. Like I said, they got Nick Khan, at least for now. Like I said, we just have to wait and see what kind of actual changes get made or whatever wheels get turning. So Till then, I'm just gonna keep enjoying my wrestling and be here talking about it with you lovely people in the chat. And just having some good time, playing with some gargoyles, you know what I'm saying?
The name on the contract reads Khan, but not Nick Khan.
WWE should sign James Ellis. Worth it again. James Ellis. Who's James Ellis? Who's James Ellis?
I don't know.
You mean James Ellsworth? Oh yeah, Ellsworth. Nah, nobody wants that guy back. He's not coming back. Fuck that chinless dude. He's a creep. His 15 minutes is way up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's this damn son. This figure's nice. Jericho Appreciation Side invades PWG this past Saturday. Yeah, I did see that. That was pretty cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, again, when you have that kind of quote unquote forbidden door where you can show up in other places and give them a bit of the rub, it's always a good thing. Like I said, it's good for wrestling. It's good for business. It's good for everyone, and it's good for the fans. Because I'm pretty sure there's exclusively people who are just PWG fans, just the same way there's people who are exclusively WWE or GCW. So stuff like that is good. It's good for wrestling. I'll never complain about, someone showed up at someone else's promotion and did business. Nah, that's good. Especially you getting a name like Jericho, please.
Yeah.
Jericho alone could have just did it, and it'd have been newsworthy. But to bring the whole Jericho appreciation is just like doubling down.
Yeah.
So yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. All for that. Because I love wrestling, and I love wrestling belts. So give me that good shit. Except for the New Japan TV title, that shit looks like a TV dinner tray.
Yeah, the title does look really bad.
It's terrible. That shit needs somebody give that shit to Naito so he can abuse that bitch. Come on. Let him toss that bitch around for a while. Like, that was the best you got? That was the best idea y'all came up with when you thought of a television title. Was a fucking Hungry Man dinner. With some YouTube buttons at side plays. Like, get the fuck out of here. I've seen YouTubers with custom belts better than that. Y'all could have got it from my man Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret. He's got a better YouTube belt than yours. The fuck? Like, yo, go ask to borrow his belt. He had a better TV title than yours. You just have to scratch off the big Wrestling with Regret on it, but it's a TV title. But yeah, other than that, oh no. What if the 24/7 title crawls out of the trash like a zombie? You know what? It wouldn't be the first title that got dug out of the trash. So, in fact, it wouldn't be the first 24/7 or TV title type thing that got pulled out of the trash in wrestling. So, never say never, Gojira. Never say never. So, James Ellsworth versus Paul Heyman. Yeah, nah. Man, where you coming up with this, William? Heyman don't even wrestle. That man ain't never touched the ring purposely. Man's built like a penguin.
Like a penguin.
Like, man, he spent so many years holding cell phones that it made him go bald. All that cellular radiation. And then when he went extreme, he got bald from just shooting on the business so hard, it made him go bald. and his hatred for WCW. But other than that, man, what we got else? Oh, well, we're almost about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to wrap this up. As always, I want to thank everybody in the chat for joining us. You guys always awesome. Appreciate all the banter between each other and with us, man. We appreciate all that feedback. You guys are awesome. Do appreciate you spending a little bit of your time. And again, William, happy birthday again. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Like I said, so you're on your birthday. This your day. You chose to take it and hang out with us. Hey, man, I feel honored.
Same.
Heyman takes the S5 and the tombstone. Well, I mean, that's all he can do. What you gonna do? What you think? You gonna get a Canadian destroyer? You gonna get a shooting star?
Yeah, why not?
He couldn't even give you a leg drop. What are you talking about? Motherfucking Paul Heyman couldn't drop an elbow. I've never seen that, man. Bobby Heenan had more offensive maneuvering than him. But then again, Bobby Heenan was a wrestler at one time, so. Anyway. But hey, listen, if you guys enjoyed the show tonight, hey, man, how about giving it a like? And if you're not, subscribe, because that's a thing. Also, ring the bell, because Mama Susan be out here in these streets sipping on that yak, and she be hating on us wrestling channels because she knows we're the number one. And she's like, I can't be out there spreading all this information and quality content. So I got to suppress you. But if you ring that bell, we good in the streets. Also, we got Facebook groups. Links are down below. All that fun stuff we do here, we do there. So, hey, come join us at Facebook. And we do have a Twitch channel where we do some gaming. So come on over there. Give us a follow. Hey, man. And every now and then we'll do some gaming. Hey, we also like to do gaming with chat. So you're definitely going to want to be subscribed. You definitely want to follow, because when we do them, and listen, if you're in the lobby, if you playing the game we got, hey, you can probably join us and have fun. So yeah, it pays to follow. And like I said, all those links down below. And with that, we got a few more minutes to kill before we call it a night, because you know me, I like to be kind of I like that even. But yo, bro, this right here, this Hudson is nice, man. I've been sitting there fucking with this shit, posing it up. He's sturdy. Again, the wings, again, they really should have kind of improved the recipe with these wings a little bit.
Yeah, I think
it takes up so much real estate, bro. It takes up so much real estate.
They just need to include the folded wings. Like the folded wings should just already be part. They should just already come with the figure, you know?
Yeah, and I thought he was going to come with a folded wing for somebody, but nope. Nothing for Demona, nothing for Phalanx, nobody. He just got his wings spread.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
And there's still about 3 more from the first wave to come out.
Yeah, I don't like why we're I don't like getting the unfolded wings. Gojira, yeah, you mean the Migs Mayfeld, and the whatever else. What specifically are you talking about, Gojira? I know I got my I know they got Mayfeld in stock, and I think Clone Wars Darth Maul is in stock. Oh, and Grand Inquisitor. Is there anything else I'm missing?
I don't know. I haven't been on BBTS today, so I haven't really gotten to see if what new shit they popped off with. But you know, we'll probably talk about it this Friday. We'll probably touch on it. But other than that, like, yeah, this shit is nice here. Like, I mean, listen, NECA, whatever they are doing with these gargoyles, keep it up. Keep it up. Do not hinder on the quality. Like I said, the only nitpick I can only give is the wings. But even the wings as is in an outward, it's nice. It's solid, but it's just like when it's time to, put this motherfucker on display, you got to be very maneuverable because, again, you're dealing with other ones also with wingspan just taking up real estate. So it's like, yeah, that's the only real improvement I would say would need to be done.
Yeah.
Like the joints is good, the tolerances are good, he stands firm. Like I said, the posing is pretty good. He's pretty durable. I will say the wrist that holds the sword is a little bit loose, but that I'm grabbing straws here. I'm grasping at straws over here with that. Like that's something that could be fixed, but it's not. It doesn't like. It's not like his wrist doesn't stay still, so that's not a problem. It's just very loose, but again, that's a little bit of some floor shine, solid that up a little bit, if necessary. But yeah, this is a nice one, bro. Make sure you pick this one up, man.
I already did.
Oh, well, there you go, man. John Cena, Kevin should be a tag team partner. Nah, that was a one-shot deal, bro. John Cena's Hollywood. He's not a full-timer no more. He ain't been a full-timer for a few years now. Evil Ryu for sale from Storm Collectibles. That's what's up. Are either of you getting Eric Devin the Crow from Mezco?
I already got it.
Did you answer? I'm good. I'm good on the Crow.
I gotta get the Crow.
This shit's solid, bro.
Did you see the MLW figures?
Oh, I did see that. That I did see. I said, "Oh, they going in." Like I said, they got the belts and everything. They said they want to put their hat in the ring, son. They trying to get their paper, son.
Yeah.
What I say, step your game up. Step your game up.
The Jacob Fatu.
Mm-hmm. You picking any of those up, or you getting all of them?
I'm gonna get. Well, I'm not gonna get the killer. I'm not gonna get the Killer Cross. Like I'll get Kruger. I'll get Fatu, and I'll get Hammerstone, but I'm not gonna get the.
You're not gonna pick up the Killer Cross?
No, it seems kind of like redundant.
I'm surprised they were allowed to do that, but then again, it's not carrying cross, so.
See,
you can kind of get away with that.
I imagine it's something that was in place before he went back to WWE, and I imagine like it was already like a done deal, like they couldn't. Maybe it was too late to change it. I don't know.
Jacob Fatu look good though.
Yeah, he does look good. He looks good.
Oh, and he's got the hair too. So. That's what's up. And I like they just did a little side piece. They got all the belts and the opera cup.
It's nice. Nice, like a nice bonus.
Yeah. I would imagine if you're going to do that, then I would assume you're going to be making more MLW figures outside of the 4. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're probably banking on like how these sell. You know what I mean?
Alex wants you to search Chainsaw Man Power 1/7 scale Shibuya scramble figure.
Why?
I don't know. He wants you to search it.
You'll have to tune in on Friday for that because we're at that time now. I'm calling.
Whoa!
Got to join us Friday, Alex.
He okey doked us.
We're at that time, man. But hey, listen, Join us Friday night, and I got you. So,
Alex, you heard it, man. You got to come back Friday.
we'll be on the sanctuary. Like I said, links down below. So go check it out. That way you'll stay up to date from when we go live. So till then, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week. And for those, we'll see you Friday. And remember to always kick out. Thick boys out.